Hi, we're Group 10, and this is our response to Nvidia Group 5. For buyers' business, Nvidia is a world-leading technology company founded in 1993 and headquartered in Santa Clara, California. They are best known for their GPUs, which power data centers, cloud computing, AI training, autonomous vehicles, and advanced computing workloads. Over the last several years, Nvidia has become the backbone of the global AI industry. Their processors, especially their high-end chips such as the H100, have set the performance standard across cloud services, supercomputing, and enterprise AI. However, this rapid growth has created a new reality in which global demand for advanced AI chips is surging much faster than production capacity. NVIDIA's own success has contributed to a severe supply bottleneck, particularly in advanced packaging like the COWOS or chip on wafer on substrate, which remains a major constraint due to limited availability at partners like TSMC. As for buyers' needs, Nvidia is currently facing an unprecedented challenge, which is a demand for their AI chips dramatically exceeding their supply. The surge in global AI workloads has caused production lines, especially advanced packaging, to fall behind. As a result, NVIDIA lacks sufficient capacity to keep pace with market demand, creating a major bottleneck in their supply chain. NVIDIA is further seeking a supplier who can reliably provide 600,000 COWOS packaged per units per year. With simplified packaging, faster delivery timelines, and stronger inventory management. On top of the volume requirement, NVIDIA is also looking for larger and more flexible production capacity that can scale with market growth, a streamlined, less complex packaging process to reduce time to market, reliable on-time delivery schedules, a partner capable of advanced manufacturing that ensures quality and consistency. And with that being said, our understanding is that NVIDIA urgently needs a supplier who can expand capacity, reduce bottlenecks, and provide consistent, dependable output at the scale their business now demands. Ultimately, their need is not just more production, it's a dedicated, long-term manufacturing partner that can support NVIDIA's growth trajectory and keep pace with the rapidly expanding AI ecosystem in which we can help out with.
Alrighty, so moving on to solution for production bottleneck. What we propose is to become your very own personalized manufacturing and production company. This means that we will be a separate entity from NVIDIA entirely, but that will solely be based off of what you need in terms of manufacturing and production. Our production line will be designed to meet all of your production needs, essentially to meet your demand at the production quality that you are looking for. We will also have the capacity to be able to meet these demands by expanding and growing our production line as the industry expands. Currently, NVIDIA is with TSMC, who is their current manufacturer, but they are limited since TSMC doesn't solely produce just for NVIDIA, because they produce for competing companies as well, or competitors as well. They are limited to what NVIDIA is able to receive from TSMC in terms of production year after year. As they continue to grow and their demand continues to rise, TSMC is slowly slowing them down from reaching or meeting the demand needs necessary. Value proposition. So, in order to get this started, we propose that with your $5 billion budget, that you handle all of our upfront expenses to open and get operations started. This is a big ask, and we recognize that. And as for the benefits, we see that in you paying for all of our expenses, although it will not take the entire budget of $5 billion, in exchange for whatever upfront costs it may take to open and start our business, we will propose an exchange for equity in the business. This would look like something like a 60-40 split our way or a 45-55 split still our way. Um, the collaboration will be taken more seriously, which I think is something that should be really considered. Since we will be a company tailored solely to what NVIDIA needs and wants, their consideration and what they're looking for in terms of production will be taken a lot more seriously with us. We also have a 10 to 20-year plan for a exit strategy. This will be completely negotiable since it is quite in advance. We can always negotiate market value when we get to that 10 to 20 years, and even if there is a complete buyout or still some sort of uh, equity split. Moreover, it'll reduce manufacturing and production delays and limitations entirely. Again, this goes back to the collaboration being more serious since we're a company that's, again, solely tailored to what you need in terms of manufacturing and production. Your say has a lot of go when it comes to our decisions in the business. And lastly, there will be no manufacturing or production line competition. We will not be open to competitors nor to servicing other companies other than Nvidia, since Nvidia's current growth rate and demand rate is higher than it can produce. We will make sure that it can be closely followed, and that needs can be met as closely as possible with our production line.
Hi, so now we'll be talking about our pricing strategy. We're going to be using a very similar pricing strategy as the rest of our competitors and the market, which is going to be a tiered volume-based pricing strategy. So within a year, Nvidia wanted to purchase 600,000 chips from us. So we can break that out into multiple tiers. First tier could be 50,000 chips every month for $40 per unit. Second tier could be 100,000 chips once every 2 months for $33 per unit. And third tier could be 150,000 chips once every 3 months for $25. So as you can see, the higher we increase in the tiers, the lower price our buyer gets. And we also, as a supplier, save money on other expenses when our buyer buys in large quantities like that. We can transfer all of our pricing and budget to other stuff, such as better inventory planning and cutting down on costs where we can.
All right, so now we're just going to be going over the distribution and delivery plan, which, for us, it's going to be the dedicated logistics channel, an inventory management system, a delivery frequency and scale, and performance metrics. So just to go further into this plan, so in terms of performance metrics, which it's going to be the KPIs, this will be mutually agreed upon and tracked, focusing on-time delivery percentages and minimizing any transit damage, ensuring accountability on our end and adherence to the quality you look for. And obviously, NVIDIA's success hinges on overcoming the severe supply bottlenecks and receiving the required units per year without delays. Um, our distribution and delivery plan is built specifically to meet these demands for larger capacity and faster delivery. We establish a dedicated logistics channel that's engineered exclusively for your production. Unlike a typical supplier with shared capacity, this channel gives NVIDIA priority handling, ensures your chips move with minimal transit delays, getting you closer to realizing your growth targets. Second, we are committed to strong inventory management. Our strategy involves maintaining a buffer stock to mitigate risks from unexpected transit issues, ensuring the supply is always reliable and helping you simplify your packaging process. Our delivery frequency will be synchronized with our tiered volume pricing strategy. What this means, you opt for a monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly schedule. We will manage the large-scale shipments to your designated integration facilities. Of course, this plan, we do promise capacity, quality, and the timely distribution required for your growth. We are very ready to deliver. Going on to the next plan, which is the communication plan. So our plan to start off is going to be on strategic relationship management. So a single point of contact, this will be like a dedicated account manager will serve as your primary point of contact, ensuring streamlined communication and rapid response to any inquiries or changes. From there, it's going to be an executive alignment. Quarterly or biannual meetings will be scheduled between our respective leadership teams to discuss strategic direction, future capacity planning, and long-term goals in line with proposed 10 to even 20-year strategies. From there is the operational reporting and transparency, which is like a regular process updates. We will provide weekly or bi-weekly operational reports, again, depending on what fits better, covering production status, inventory levels, upcoming shipment schedules, supporting your need for strong inventory management. Following from that, open access and auditing, which is full transparency in our manufacturing operations, which will be maintained. We will welcome a periodic audits or reviews of the production line and quality control processes to foster trust and serious collaboration. Lastly, issue resolution protocol. What this is just the escalation matrix. A formal escalation will be established for rapid resolution on any critical issues such as quality control failures, major supply delays, to just prevent this from hindering your growth overall. Lastly, collaborative forecasting. We will engage in continuous collaborative forecasting to anticipate shifts in the rapidly surging industry demand for advanced AI chips, proactively expanding operations as needed.
With that being said, your production goals are very clear and your current suppliers aren't meeting that demand. Packaging complexity is slowing your whole production in your company, and you need a partner who can expand capacity, simplify operations, and deliver reliably. And that's exactly what our proposal is built to do. It's built around your requirements with expandable operations, ready to grow with industry demand. So we are ready to deliver capacity, quality, and growth. So let's take this next step together.